This video is designed to provide Sam's Club associates best practices for optimizing the effectiveness of the DymaBrush polishing system. Following these best practices will result in clean, polished, brighter floors for your club. The video will cover 8 main topics: daily preparation, tool installation, machine inspection, machine settings, daily polishing, stain removal, blade replacement, and ordering. Floor preparation. For preparation prior to starting the DymaBrush system, visually inspect the entire floor to be aware of items like rack bolts or other protrusions that might harm the brush blades during use. Additionally, sweep and remove any large debris that might be left on the floor that could potentially cause damage to the cleaning machine or the DymaBrush tools. The floor must be auto-scrubbed each day to achieve the clean, wet look shine. Brush installation. Make sure the scrubber head is raised to its up position. Line up the brush attachment or clutch plate with the drive motor to make sure the brushes are securely mounted on the brush drive hub. Machine inspection. Check to ensure the batteries are fully charged. Examine the squeegee. Make sure it is clean and pliable. Make sure the recovery and solution tanks on your machine are in good working order. Machine operation. Before operating the machine, it is important to note that the DymaBrush tools are designed for use on the sales floor only. Do not use in receiving, vestibules, sidewalks, epoxy-coated floors, or walk-in freezers. Operators should target driving the cleaning machine from 1 to 1.5 miles per hour when restoring the concrete floor. Always make sure the machine is in motion when the brushes are spinning. Never run the brushes when the machine is standing still. You should be operating the floor scrubber with the down pressure set at its maximum level. The water setting should be set at medium level. Keep the scrubber's vacuum running at all times to ensure that you are picking up the water left on the floor. Daily polishing. It is important to separate the polishing process into 2 phases. Phase 1, restoration. Phase 2, maintenance. Restoration phase. It is important that prior to starting the restoration process, to move any pallets, displays, or tables. You should walk the section being restored prior to starting the restoration process to be sure all merchandise on shelves is pushed in and not sticking out of the aisle. During the restoration phase, you'll be restoring your floor from a dull, dirty floor to a clean, shiny finish. It is imperative to follow the DymaBrush polishing process for it to be effective. Your DymaBrush representative has given you the number of grits you need to restore your floor. It will be anywhere from 3 to 4 steps, starting with the first grit you were given. Step 1. Step 1 is the 200 grit blue copper tool. Your club will only need to use this step if your floor is very rough. If your floor isn't in this type of condition, you will start with step 2. Your DymaBrush representative will notify you if you need to start with step 1. Then clean a small section of the club's floor, approximately 500 square feet. Clean the floor with the machine's maximum down pressure and medium water level at a speed of 1 to 1.5 miles per hour for 45 minutes. Be sure to drive the scrubber as close to the racking as possible. Once you've completed the 45-minute cleaning session, your floor should be smooth, white, and even. Step 2. Using the 400 grit green copper tools for the clubs that started with the 200 grit copper tools, run step 2 for 30 minutes. If your club was able to skip step 1 and start with step 2, clean this section for 45 minutes. Continue with repeated cleaning passes over the same section at the same speed, 1 to 1.5 miles per hour. Step 3. Step 3 is the 1000 grit red copper tools. Again, you'll be cleaning the same section for 30 minutes, doing repeated passes. Step 4. Lastly, put Step 4 on the scrubber, the 1000 grit red polymer tools. This is the last step of the process, and this will also be the club's everyday cleaning maintenance tools. Clean this section for 15 minutes until complete. Once you have completed this section, it should be restored to a high shine. Each day during the restoration phase, you will restore small sections of the floor exactly like the process we reviewed. Pick a small section and go through the restoration process. The next day, do the same restoration process in another section of the club's floor that needs restoration. During the restoration phase, it is beneficial to map out the entire club and set up a daily schedule that tracks the aisles that have been restored. When focusing on longer, wider aisles, restore small sections at a time. These aisles are much larger than the individual side aisles and will take multiple days to complete. Taking this focused approach to polishing the floor results in a polished floor quickly and evenly. Restore small sections of 500 square feet per day until the entire club is restored to a smooth polish. Be sure to move all the items that were moved, like pallets or displays, back to their original position. Maintenance phase. During the maintenance phase, the club operator will use the final step brush or the maintenance brush to clean the club's floor for the entire cleaning period. It is important to clean the club floor daily with the Dyma-Brush maintenance tool. Continuous cleaning with the Dyma-Brush blades will improve the floor and keep it polished indefinitely. In the maintenance phase, it is appropriate to operate the floor scrubber at a speed of 2 to 3 miles per hour, using maximum down pressure and medium water. It is imperative to use the Dyma-Brush blades daily or the floor will deteriorate. Be sure to use your club's autonomous scrubber with the Dyma-Brush maintenance tools during each cleaning session. If aisles receive excessive traffic and begin to dull, simply make a few extra passes to restore their shine. Rinse the solution and recovery tank on the scrubber nightly and check the filter. Stain removal. Using Dyma-Brush, you now have the ability to remove stains on the club's floor. When removing stains, operate the floor scrubber with the brush down pressure set at its maximum level and the water level set to the lowest setting. The Dyma-Brush maintenance tools that you are using to clean your floor daily can remove many topical stains just through repeated passes. Simply run the Dyma-Brush maintenance blades over the stain in a back and forth motion. Running 8 to 10 passes over the stain will remove many of them. If the stain has penetrated the concrete deeper or a spill has etched the concrete, you will need to use the Dyma-Brush stain removal tool. The stain removal tool is the red 1000 grit copper tool. You can do spot stain removal just over the stain. You do not have to restore the entire section or aisle. With the stain removal tool, do repeated back and forth passes to remove the stain. Typically, you will need to do 6 to 10 passes to completely eliminate the stain. Put your 1000 grit polymer maintenance tools back on the scrubber. Run 10 passes back and forth over the stain you are removing. Repeated passes will darken the floor back up and polish it. Note, the spot you have removed can look lighter in color for a short time, until repeated daily cleaning passes occur over the next week. Once the stain removal is completed, be sure to put the stain removal tools in a safe place, as it is not used again until the next stain removal session. This tool should not be used for daily cleaning. Blade replacement. Tracking the blade life is a critical part of the polishing process. A blade is considered worn if there's no longer color or grit remaining on the blade. It is extremely important not to run the Dyma-Brush blades past the color portion, as you could potentially cause damage to your machine. Make sure you are checking the DymaBrush tools at least once a week to assess the remaining blade life. If blades look to have approximately 1/4 inch or less of the colored portion remaining, it is time to reorder new blades. Using a number 3 Phillips head screwdriver, unscrew the 4 screws on the blade retainers. Remove and dispose of the worn-out blades. Insert the new blade in each individual blade retainer quadrant with the flared edge pointing away outward through the slots in the retainer. Failure to properly install the blades will prematurely wear out the blades. Reinsert and tighten the 4 screws to ensure the blade retainers are tightly fit to the brush block. Then reinstall the brushes to the machine. If the blades are low in color, let your manager know that new DymaBrush blades will be needed. All DymaBrush maintenance blades are available through GNFR. To order the 1000 grit red copper blades, specifically for restoration and stain removal, the GNFR number is 100701394. To order the 1000 grit red polymer maintenance blades for everyday cleaning, the GNFR number is 100664060. Using the DymaBrush system will ensure our club's floors are cleaned and polished indefinitely. If you have any questions or you need additional support restoring your club's floor, please contact a DymaBrush representative at 855 DB Tools.